pro streamer here switched to the wrong scene. Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Step Into the Quantum. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, what you were just witnessing on the start screen there, which was looping and playing lots of music for you, was the Hero Forge 2.0 Kickstarter, now on, I think they've raised 1.75 million, or they're about to, in less than 7 days. And we have stretch goals at 1.8, 1.9 million. Who knows where this one goes? Maybe it will be a $3 or $4 million Kickstarter. Who knows? It could be. It could be. Could get on the record books. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try. Also, we'll talk about some other things as well. Let's talk about our other sponsors since I've started with them. Let's talk about Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press, everything you need for expanding on the 5e playset. You want to play in space? They've got a hardback book available in space. Dark Matter, it's got everything. Races, classes, background, ships, ship combat, expanded spell list, you name it, it's got everything. You want to play in pirates? High seas, everything you need for a pirate campaign. You want to play in the Wild West? Weird West, it's got everything you need to play in the Weird West of D&D, including a Gatling gun dragon. Dragon with minigun arms. Yeah. Go and check them out. They're really cool. Also, check out the Deck of Many. We'll be using the Deck of Many today as incentive rewards. Josh, do you have yours? I didn't check with all the mic issues and everything.
I do have mine. It's just over there. I'll get up and grab it at some point
if we need it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
They do these wonderful cards. There we go. That's the Deck of Many things. This is the Deck of Many animated things. These are the ones that move when you rotate them. They also do animated spell reference cards from cantrip all the way through to level 9. I personally love the cantrip pack. Eldritch Blast is my favorite. Don't at me. Let's talk about me as well. Check out my social links. That's not how you spell social. It's close though. Those are my social links. Check out Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. Twitter, send me a DM and I can get you in maybe this game or a game very similar to it. We're in the closing weeks now of the season, but we'll have a new season with another 5 viewer games next season coming up very soon. Also, check out the Discord. You can come and talk about, come and be a part of the community. There is a channel in there dedicated to this stream, as there is most of our streams. And YouTube, you can go and catch up on all of the you can catch up on all of the other episodes. Now, the other thing I didn't do was line up our live tweet for this episode, so let's do that real quick now. Every 10 retweets, we'll have some kind of we get Moxie. Every 10 minutes, 10 retweets in this game, we get Moxie. And at the moment,
because your Moxie doesn't recharge.
It is important. Yeah, exactly. Normally, every character who comes in has rechargeable Moxie. Well, you know. So help us, retweet, give us the Moxie, give us Moxie, and save us all. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, starting with our wonderful Time Lord, Joshua Barbeau.
Hi there. My name is Joshua Barbeau. You can follow me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. You can also follow me on Twitch at Joshua Barbeau. I've recently started streaming on my own channel. I've been streaming for a while on Scratticus and other channels on the internet, but now I have my own channel, and I run Dungeons & Dragons every Wednesday. Tomorrow's episode is promising to be doozy. You can also find me on DM's Guild. I have a couple books published there and more on the way. So do check that stuff out. And what else am I doing? I'm running a game of Dungeons & Dragons on Twitter, in which I'm the Dungeon Master, and everyone on Twitter who wants to participate is the single player. Many heads, one player. So that's a lot of fun. You should definitely check in on that. We've had 2 chapters so far. We're about to go into chapter 3, and just multi-classed into fighter. So that's me in a nutshell. Alex?
Oh, hi! I'm Madam Gandalf. That's about that. I play Ari.
Madam
That's also
Gandalf,
about that.
a fantastic streamer here on Twitch, deserves to be partnered, definitely by now. Also, fantastic singer. You can see her performing Twitch Sings, blowing everyone's socks off. And also the inventor, I believe, of D&D meets Twitch Sings, or D&D Karaoke, your choice. very worth your follow, both here and on Twitter. You won't do it, I will.
Wow, that's what. Holler my lesson.
And next around the table we have Panita. Anita, how you doing?
Hi. Yeah, so I'm Panita. I'm at Panita on Twitter. And I'm also on Joshua Barbo's channel on Twitch. I am playing Dungeons and Dragons with him, all because I started here.
Yeah.
Hey.
The going story is that I felt so bad for killing her character that I invited her to join my stream. At least that's what people are saying, and I haven't denied it, so...
That's what I'm saying. He gets just real quiet and looks off into the distance when I mention it.
Oh my goodness, I've just realized what this episode's gonna be. This is gonna be some timey-wimey fuckery, right?
Did you forget what happened to Charlotte Graves?
I remember what happened to Charlotte Graves. I'm just sitting here thinking, oh hell, I know what's gonna happen. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Now, chat, I need a favor from someone who is not already a follower, okay? You can see our goals over there above Madame Gandalf's head, okay? You can see them. The one that is lagging behind is the follower goal. And we are currently at a number which often goals get stuck on because the number is nice. Okay, it is a nice number. I need someone to break the 69, okay? Because 69s are enjoyable. No one wants to step away, but we have to. Someone has to break the 69 so we can move on, okay? We can't start processing until we move on. And I worded it how I will.
We all know it's tempting. But isn't 70 just one better than having 69?
It is one more than having 69.
The plus 169.
Exactly.
69 plus 1.
69 plus 1, that's, well.
That's way better than just 69. Way better. There's a plus 1.
Scrat, you should update your overlay so that it says 69 plus whatever number of followers instead of just continuing to count up.
Oh my goodness.
That might incentivize people to keep going.
I mean, I could maybe do it. The followers is kind of already nearly there. Yeah, that's that. I've already done an intro. Hi, I'll be playing Elwood Franz.
Yeah, Elwood Franz. Everyone loves this character. He's such a great character. Everyone, he's getting into so much trouble. More than once, sometimes more than once per episode. Speaking of Elwood Franz, where we left off last is Elwood had sort of switched sides. He had joined the bad guys, but who he discovered might not be the bad guys. He might have been working for the bad guys.
Looks like we got a new friend.
So he's now joined this this shadow faction of people that. Oh well, we got people joining the party. Yeah, so you've got a shadow thing. You got a shadow organization that are operating using time travel technology to try to stop a computer from taking over the world at some point in the future. How does Elwood feel about this recent change of events?
I mean,
how's he doing? Let's check in with Elwood. How's he doing?
I think Elwood has been waiting for this moment for all their life. Oh Lord, I could feel it coming in the air. That's how they're feeling. That drum beat, the one that's going through all our heads right now, that like Elwood feels so prepared.
That's just the fact that you have a number of paradoxes building up. It's just that background noise you can hear in your head. That's the paradoxes coming to get you. But anyway, you're at this shadow organization. They have a facility.
Hey, Michael Wayne, thanks for the
time machine. Thank you, Michael Wayne. They have a. This means that Anita gets to give someone an advantage or something like that.
Michael Wayne gets to choose who gets the
Michael
advantage.
Wayne gets to choose who gets the advantage.
And we've all got a
So-
bunch left over from last week, by the way. I think.
We do. Well, you don't have a bunch. You
Yeah,
have
no,
one.
I was burning mine like crazy. But Charlotte has 4, Ari has 4, I have 1, and we all have 2 nat 20s because we had a hype train go off. Should we talk about the hype train before we get started?
We probably should talk about the hype train. It's pretty important, especially because I keep
Oh.
shuffling this deck.
And especially since within the last 5 minutes, we've already had 2 subs. So within the next 3 minutes, all we need is 1 sub with, oh, someone just compared me to Gary Oldman? Fred de Vaux. Oh, you can
I
stay.
believe they did.
I'll take that all day. I'll be Gary Oldman. Oh my goodness. If we get 1 more donation of a sub, 1 more donation of 100 bits or more, the hype train will begin. What happens in the hype train? Well, as far as Twitch is concerned, you escalate levels of the hype train to unlock more emotes. Level 1 is a griffin, level 2 is a Bigfoot, level 3 is an Oni, level 4 is a dragon, and level 5 is a unicorn. But we thought we'd incentivize that a little bit here as well in-game, with in-game rewards. So if we hit level 1 on the hype train, everybody gets 2 advantages. If we hit level 1 on the hype train, everyone gets 2 advantages. I said that, right? I said that.
Yeah.
If we hit level 2 on the hype train, no one gets any advantages, but Josh gets 10 disadvantages to use against us. If we hit level 3, no disadvantages for Josh, but everyone gets 2 natural successes. We get to succeed at 1 challenge. If we hit level 4, we draw from the deck of many. So what do you ask happens if we hit level 5? Rilu in here with all of the emotes. Thank you very much.
I
that-
don't know, Scrat. Tell me, what happens when you hit level 5? What could be
We
more
all
than
get-
everyone drawing from the deck of many?
Everything. All of those things happen. 2 advantages, 2 nat 20s, 10 disadvantages to Josh, and we all draw from the deck of many. And in
All
order
of
there,
those things?
Rilu's emotes go level 2 Bigfoot, level 4 Dragon, level 1 Griffin, level 3 Oni, level 5 Unicorn. Thank you very much, Rilu, for that shining example.
Awesome.
Yeah,
on the
you've got a
subject
couple
of unicorns, this is a bit of a tangent, but I was just talking about my DMs Guild products, and I know for a fact that there is an upcoming DMs Guild compilation of adventures all about hags and unicorns, and I was super excited to be invited to include an adventure in that compilation. It's called Unbridled, and you should all keep your eyes open for it.
Eyes firmly peeled.
So we've talked about the hype train. We've talked about Elwood. Did we say the title of the episode? I guess it's there for everyone to see.
Yeah, it's there for everyone to see. The episode title that you gave me, Josh, was Save Charlotte, Save the World.
Oh dear, yeah, that's right. So at the end, we discussed what happened last week, but way back in, I believe it was episode 3. Charlotte Graves, an astronaut who was destined to be the first woman to Mars, was killed by future Elwood in his attempt to kill President Gandalf. It was a tragedy. They technically succeeded in their mission in protecting President Gandalf, but Charlotte died. Now, of course, Elwood is on the opposite side of the tracks, and we find him and Ari in one of the planning rooms at the facility that you're at, and you can see this big whiteboard with like all the different timelines and like the places where they split written on it, and all the different events circled that Elwood had, Shadow Elwood, the previous Elwood, your future self that you've encountered before. All the places he's hit, all the places he was going to still hit and hasn't hit yet. And you can't help but notice one of them says, "Assassinate President Gandalf." And there's a little box beneath it saying that the mission was a failure. And and it shows it shows how, having done that, failed to kill President Gandalf, sent you down a different timeline that brought you closer to the computer taking over in the future. Versus if you look, and had Elwood been successful in assassinating President Gandalf, it would have apparently stopped the or helped to stop the computer from taking over at some point in the future.
I feel like Ari would be able to understand all of this perfectly.
Probably
Well,
better than Elwood can.
Elwood is trying to get her to explain it to him.
Sure.
And the way in which he's trying to get her to explain it is with red string and
Red
and critical events to try and explain.
So you realize, Elwood, when you take this string and you connect it to this string, you can see how it connects to this string and this string and this string, right?
Yeah.
Follow the line like a maze.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that string
Right.
connects to that string. So we want to
But-
cut this string over here, right? The mission where we needed.
No, in fact, what you need to do is you need to go to this mission over here where you failed, and you can see where this string has now interwoven with this string, creating this one.
So I get to go back and correct that action that I felt really shitty about.
I genuinely hope so. Look, just President Gandalf, despite being one of the best presidents of our lifetimes, he was also one of the ones who ordered the retrieval of the quantum computer from space instead of its destruction.
But hang on a minute, wasn't this wonderful though she was? Wasn't she developing the quantum computer?
You talking about President Gandalf or Charlotte Graves?
Charlotte Graves.
She was an astronaut that was going to be going on the mission, the same mission that the quantum computer was being developed for. Yes. She was going to be going on the first manned person mission to Mars, and the quantum computer was going to be was going to be used to help operate the ship for this mission. Something happened to the quantum computer on this mission. It suffered an accident, and it came back from the mission, displaying signs of real intelligence. And President Gandalf, he said, well, we should study this thing. We should retrieve it and study it. Now, Charlotte was supposed to go on that mission, but she never did. Because you killed her.
If we go back and change what happened to Charlotte, we have a chance of changing what will happen there too.
All right, let's say we do. There's one thing I still don't get. Just one thing.
What's that?
Well, back in that timeline, I wasn't trying to kill Charlotte Graves. I was trying to kill the president. No, I was trying to protect the president.
You were, yeah, both.
We were trying to
And I
kill
thought
and
that
protect.
I thought that future me, who should be me, right, was trying to kill the president. And when he hit Charlotte, I was like, oh, well, shit, that's unfortunate, but hey, at least we passed the mission. Right? You following me?
Well, right, but it turns out that maybe he had a few more consequences than we were expecting.
Yeah, no, I
At
get
least
that.
as far as when it comes to you, not necessarily our company.
Well, what I'm saying is, if I'm going back to try and save Charlotte Graves, or am I trying to kill Charlotte Graves? I've confused myself again, Ari. Help.
I'm pretty sure you're trying to save her so that she might be able to help us.
Save her so she can help us.
I mean, we could try something a little bit dangerous here and make her aware of the future where she dies and what happens there, but that would probably cause some sort of paradox, really.
I mean, I'm swimming in paradox by this point. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
We might as well just add one more to the pile.
I ain't in for a penny.
All right, I'm in. We're going to go back. We're going to tell Charlotte Graves about everything that's happened and everything that it affects by them dying. And hope for the best.
All right.
So I'm gonna go back and save Charlotte Graves so she... Why did future me kill Charlotte Graves? I don't get it. Okay.
Future you was trying to kill the president. Charlotte Graves got in the way.
I don't like it, Aaron.
Sometimes things are meant to happen. And we might find that out today when it comes to Charlotte.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it our job to stop them from meaning to happen?
Sometimes it takes a few bullets before we finally manage to kill someone. Sometimes it takes a few bullets before we manage to keep someone alive. I think that makes sense somehow in this weird timey-wimey zone.
All right. Look,
I believe that makes sense.
all I heard was bullets, and that's a language I understand. Let's do this.
All right. Go and do not shoot Charlotte Graves.
Do not shoot Charlotte Graves. Instead, shoot President
The person
Gandalf.
who shoots Charlotte Graves. No.
Wait, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me.
Well,
And if we shoot me, then I won't go through this whole arc of realizing that I need to not shoot me, and then we'll be Paradox City.
you know, they really do not pay us enough for this kind of.
All I know is I remember it was drilled into me over and over again. First by my teacher,
We
and
start
then
a union, damn it.
and then by what was her name? Sharon Time. That you do not kill yourself in the past, because otherwise the future won't exist.
Very true. That is absolutely correct. However, killing yourself in the future is fine.
Hey, everyone deserves a second chance, even yourself. Get therapy,
I'm
everyone.
starting to wonder where on earth the second chances begin and where the first chances end when it comes to the time you want. You know what? And she'll just stop pushing you off.
Hey, okay. I mean, fine. Okay, I'll go.
All right.
Okay. And in 3, 2, 1.
She presses the button and sends you forward to the year 2024.
Hey, I just want to have a quick word with my agent. How many times can we use a Back to the Future joke in a series?
I believe the limit is infinite, because if you think fourth dimensionally and you multiply the number of jokes by the number of Back to the Future references, you get a number that cannot be calculated unless you factor that number in across all timelines, and that's just infinite.
You know, I bet it's a prime number, because that sounded like pure harmony. That's a really deep math theory joke there. That's going to be low P number on that one, gang. No.
You appear in the reception hall to what's clearly a large party celebrating the inauguration of President Gandalf, and you've been here before.
Yeah, except last time I was pretending to be that streamer I'm a fan of.
That's correct. You want to look around for that streamer?
No, I'm gonna avoid him altogether.
Okay.
Can I remove my 5 stars? Or am I wanted here too?
You can remove them for now. So, what are you doing?
Damn it, I am gonna have to. Hang on a minute. Let's think. Let's try and be clever like Ari would be. Try and be clever like Ari would be. Okay. Now, my way of doing this would be to just walk up to the president, put a gun in his face, and shoot him. Mission failed. Sorry, Elwood friends. Home you go. Then just fight my way out of here. Probably be messy. Charlotte could get hurt. What happened before? We were like hanging out in like a room together for a little bit. Then we went.
The reception hall for the party.
Then we went
Basically where you are.
downstairs. I had a gunfight with myself. Peachy Pixelate me does not. Is coming in with live ammunition as far as I'm concerned. He is actively gunning for me. So I need to get them probably. Is there any time when Peachy leaves Charlotte alone?
Well, from what you can recall, Peachy was with Charlotte right up until the point where he was where the Secret Service had spotted Charlotte and Sharon Time, but didn't spot Elwood because Elwood was around the corner at the time. So they had eyes on them, but they didn't have eyes on you, and they caught up to them, and you were a little faster than them because your athletics are really good, and you were just around the corner, and instead of going back to help them, you went down to the basement to finish your mission.
Perfect.
That's when you guys got separated, and apparently that's also when past you got knocked out by future you.
Hey, Ari?
Yes, Elwood.
My mission with Charlotte here, is it just to make sure she survives this encounter, or do I want to bring her back?
That's a great question. How useful do you think she would be, and how do you think she would accept the time and the travel and the timey-wiminess of it all?
She seemed bright enough when I spoke to her in my youth. Ha! What I did there was only like 2 days ago. Okay. She seemed pretty bright. I think she'd handle it okay. I'm just wondering, does this timeline need to be uninterrupted? What does your string say? Do I need to remove this string?
Hang on,
or?
that's a great question. Actually, hang on. And Ari's going to look up what happened in the original timeline.
In the original timeline, before
before Elwood's altercation.
Elwood's altercation, in the original timeline, your information says, okay, well, make a historical database check, actually.
Okay.
That's what that's for. Historical database plus brains.
All right, we got this. Historical data plus brains. Boom.
Okay.
5 successes.
5 successes is pretty good. So you learn a lot. And I'm gonna type it to you, so someone can Scrat. You can keep talking while I type.
Oh yeah, I think basically Ari's going to now dive into all of the data logs that she can to see what on earth the original timeline was before Elwood touched it at all, because it might be sometimes the best thing you could do is nothing at all. And that was Elwood's astute observation rather than Ari's. That's why he's the field man.
Yeah, first mission on the job. You can be the best shot in the world, but sometimes you gotta decide when to make the shot and when not to. I'm thinking, my security guard here, do I need to be running around knocking myself out and trying to shoot the president, or is there a third me somewhere here as well? Oh god. Do I just need
Oh
to be
my gosh.
Do I need to be a shadow agent and just take out me before I shoot Charlotte?
Just a complete splintered person.
Look, this timeline's already a little broken. I think with a toffee hammer, we could separate it right out into pieces.
The only thing I can imagine is that each time that we get this wrong, it gets harder and harder to intervene because there's already a past you trying to intervene.
Yeah.
And you have to like beat out all the other yous who have tried to intervene at this time.
Hey, well, hang on a minute. Ah, god damn it, Right, hang on a minute, Ari. Like, the one thing I studied, I think... Hang on, let me just check my character sheet before I make this hesitation. Oh, god damn it. The one thing that I studied and was actually good at was quantum physics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, but... Like, we're gonna have the Schrodinger's box problem here, right? I'm the other future me, if there is another future me, is an unsolved wavelength. I don't know if he's gone through the same path that I've gone through and whether he's my ally, or whether he's gone through another path and to be my enemy.
And
There's too many
until
quantum...
you go through, you have no idea whether there's one you or two yous or three yous or no yous.
Look, just in case, I'm gonna deliberately make sure that I do not check certain corners just to give myself a chance, okay? I'll remember those if future me has to come through here again.
It's shown. Okay. Gandalf, when he was pre-president, he orders the mission to Mars to continue against opponents' criticisms. Charlotte is on the mission. The quantum computer comes back from the mission starter. President Gandalf orders it to be studied or replicated if possible. Quantum computer winds up in every piece of technology. Humanity enters an age of prosperity. That's bullshit, but that's what the record says.
Okay, so we've got two options here. I mean, hell. Hang on a second. Why are we choosing between the chicken or the pork when we can just have a feast? How about I kill the president so he can't pass them laws and get Charlotte to come back?
If you think you can do both, Elwood, at this stage, I wouldn't put it past you. Go for it. I believe in you.
All right. That's the mission.
Now, here's the thing. You also know that President Gandalf was generally one of the best presidents, or at least that's how he's remembered. However, despite being one of the best presidents, he seems to be responsible for the quantum computer becoming all-powerful the way that it does. Your other future self, Shadow Elwood, when he was in your shoes that you are now in, decided exactly as you just did that the best course of action was to make sure the president winds up dead and get Charlotte out of there. It's probably, too much to hope for some sort of future where you can save President Gandalf and also stop, the quantum computer from coming back smarter from its mission. But yeah. All right. So how do you want to go about your plan?
Well, I've got a little bit of time until the alarms go off. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Don't the alarms go off while I'm just standing there? Shit, I need to set off the alarms. Damn it, I'm waiting for things to happen that I did.
I can do that
The
for you.
alarms didn't go off while you were just standing there, no. But if you recall, you and Charlotte wanted to go up to meet the president, and you got pulled away by some Secret Service before you could.
If I set off the alarms, Elwood, would that maybe clear the way for you to try and find Charlotte?
No,
He knows exactly where Charlotte is at this point in time. Like, he could go right up to her if he wanted to. You wouldn't need to look for her. You were here.
No, it wouldn't work, Ari. Past me would take advantage of that chaos just like I would now. We need to make it difficult for him. I'm gonna walk up to the nearest secret agent.
Okay. So there's two types of secret agents. There's those that are dressed like casual party goers. They're undercover. And then there's the ones that are obviously secret service. They got the suits, they've got the gun holsters, they've got the earpieces and sunglasses, and they're at the doors and surrounding the president, who is, at a table.
So I'd like to use my era conformity. I want to put on an accent and go up to one of the ones in suits.
Okay.
Gonna pretend. Hang on a minute, where are we? I'm gonna Washington?
Yes, you're in Washington.
Washington, D.C., which is not in Washington, right?
Correct. You're asking the Canadian.
Oh, Jesus. I'm just trying to think what police department would be and what
that is
accent.
correct. Washington, D.C. is in D.C., not in Washington State. Yeah. That is correct. I'm fairly certain.
Right, got it. Okay. I don't know that accent, so I'm gonna pull a Die Hard and pretend to be a New York cop, and go up to the nearest I'd be like, hey pal. Look,
Yeah. What do you want?
see that guy acting real weird over there. He's like talking to these science ladies. I don't know, man. He looks real shifty. He's got like he's wearing a beanie hat. Who wears a beanie hat and glasses to this sort of event? He's looking real shifty. I mean, I'm not saying that he's up to anything bad, but I mean, I'm retired now. I used to be a cop. Unfortunately, my leg. I can't took a bullet to the knee. I can't do it anymore.
You mean the YouTuber over there? And he points, and you see the Pixie Pixelate chat.
Is that what the kids call it? YouTubing? All right, sure. Yeah.
Or this Twitch streamer or whatever. I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't watch this stuff. I'm just.
Seems like a convenient cover story to me. What the hell's he doing here?
I don't know. I work Secret
Anyway.
Service.
He's armed.
He's armed. How do you know?
Man, come on. You can spot a gun in a pocket, can't you?
Make a chutzpah charm check.
Oh, I charm. Okay. That's a note value of 3. Positive. I have a 0 in charm, not a negative. Am I using computer dice for this?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I guess every roll this session is going to be computer dice, huh? Okay,
Probably.
paradox die. Here we go. Heck. 1 success.
Okay. He says, I always thought something was fishy about that guy. And then he pulls out his smartphone and hits a couple of buttons, just to look something up. And sure enough, you can see on his smartphone, Pixie Pixelate is live on Twitch right now saying, yeah, I missed this party that I was invited to, but I couldn't go for da-da-da-da. And he's like, huh, that guy's a fake. Thanks for bringing this to our attention.
And at this point, I've moved over to the hors d'oeuvres tray, and I'm just like, oh, no problem, man. I mean, keep the country safe, right?
Yeah, don't worry. We don't know who he is just yet, but we'll apprehend him. We'll lock him in a room somewhere. We'll question him and the girls he's talking to. see what they know. Then you remember yourself getting locked in a room somewhere and being questioned.
With Charlotte, wasn't it?
With Charlotte, yeah. And you remember the guards also saying, you know, you're not the real Pixie Pixelate because he's, you know, that person's live. And now it's all starting to click together, and you're realizing you did that.
Yep. I'd like to think that
Is this a self-fulfilling prophecy, or can you actually change events? You know,
we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to bought a cap with me just to hide my appearance from me. So I'm wearing a suit and a cap.
okay.
Which is what I imagine all New York Police Department cops do. I don't know what the first thing.
As
about
you're
the
watching,
SPD.
as you're watching from the hors d'oeuvres table, you watch Pixie Pixelate and Charlotte Graves walk up to the president's table, and you see Susan Sharon Time also following them, but she's a few paces back, and you see a couple of the Secret Service agents, you know, get between her and them because she was a few paces behind them, and take her out of the room. And then after she's been removed, you see a few more Secret Service agents surround Elwood and Charlotte and take them out of the room. What do you do?
I mean, I don't suppose there's any like uncut blowfish or anything on the hors d'oeuvres table that I could make an impromptu poison with, or
You know what? What the hell? If you spend one of your auto successes, there is exactly what you want on the table to make that thing that you want to do, that fake poison.
yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm
All right.
gonna take a knife, which I imagine wouldn't be on the table. They'd just keep it for the chef. I'll take one from my pocket or something, and I'm just gonna quickly chop out the most poisonous part of the fish.
Okay. And what do you do with the poison part of the fish?
I'm just gonna keep it in a napkin for now. We'll work on administration later. I've played enough Hitman games to know you pick up as many ways to kill a people as you can before you decide which one you're gonna use.
So the president has been moved. The president's been moved to the lower floor, somewhere secure. You know, at this point, Elwood and Charlotte are being questioned, and Sharon's being questioned in a separate room. What do you want to do? Do you want to wait it out until they get split up? Do you want to go after the president now? Or what do you want to do?
Is the president
You remember at some point they left Charlotte and Elwood in a room together alone.
They did, yeah.
I don't know if that's.
Oh hell,
useful.
I could break in on that, but then that is definitely introducing a second me to me, and I need to explain to me that there's a future me and a not future me, and that I'm gonna wear a baseball cap, but the future me may also know that I'm wearing a baseball cap. Oh god. All right, look, is the president eating right now? Drinking? Anything like that?
So, on account of they haven't figured out what the plot is yet against him, the Secret Service is moving him, is moving him out of the room. But if you want to interrupt that, you can. They have someone here who's posing as a streamer. They don't know what's going on, but until they do, they're gonna move the president to safety. It's just a precaution.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna if I approach them, I'll make myself a suspect. I'm just gonna keep holding my fugu. I'm gonna head towards the room, and I just want to listen outside the window. If I can like pull the cord in the ear, look, if my suit is close enough to match a security guard, and maybe even convince myself that I'm not there, that'd be great.
All right. So you go up to the room. You're trying to pose as one of the Secret Service agents, basically.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Cool. Well, you see a Secret Service agent in the hall outside their office. Not the office, the office that they've been locked into. What do you do?
I'm gonna approach him.
He's just standing out there outside their door. Walk up to him, and he's like, he looks you up and down. And he's like, "What are you doing here?"
Just letting you know the president's being moved to your location.
Who are you?
I'm Special Agent Briggs.
Make a bluff check. Bluff chutzpah.
They have 6 in that. Please be good. Good to me. Paradox dice.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Oh boy. Well, that's 6 paradoxes for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, clocking that. You, the guy looks you up and down and says, "Oh, sorry, I just didn't, I guess I didn't recognize you outside of your uniform. You're one of the undercover agents. There's so many of us here tonight." Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of, things said. Tell me, has anyone been in to interrogate,
Well, they're interrogating, interrogating the other one first. Talking to her first. They're going to talk to these 2 after.
Mind if I join you?
Sure.
Stand on the other side of the door, taking the bouncer's pose, and just listen in and try and hear what Elwood was saying to Charlotte at the time, purely to remind Elwood, because like he wants to try and make this as least confusing as possible. Was he pretending to be Peachy Pixel? Was this when he was confessing he wasn't Peachy Pixel?
He's right in the process of confessing that he's not Peachy Pixel. He's from the future, and he's here to stop an assassination attempt against the president. He's in the process of telling her that right now.
And I think at that point, Charlotte says something along the lines of, "Well, I mean, I'm good with tech, but you're probably better." And Elwood says, "You'd be surprised. I'm an agent."
That's about right.
That's about right.
Sounds perfect. Sounds like someone watched that episode more recently than I did.
I just have a good memory.
Can you hear them in there?
I make it a point not to listen in.
I don't know.
Why?
Maybe isn't it protocol to separate people when you're interrogating them? I mean, I just heard them conferring. He's trying to convince her that he's a special agent, that he's one of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe we should separate them.
Perhaps.
Could
Is
use
there
that
another
room over there?
Yeah, I mean, the president's safely away. I don't have a party to watch at the minute, so I can cover one of the rooms.
All right. You want to help me move one of them?
Yeah. Did they disarm him?
Yeah, they, well, as far as I know, they just told me to watch his door.
Huh.
I didn't realize he was armed.
Man, those people in charge, they just don't know what it's like down here, do they?
I'm assuming they must have disarmed him. That seems like a poor mistake to make.
Yeah. Still, assumption, you know. We don't stay
Yeah,
alive by
you're
making
right, you're
assumptions.
right.
Maybe let's get a
All
gun
right.
on him straight away. Just get guns on him so he can't make any fast movement.
The guard pulls out his gun. He's like, all right,
Alright, I'll get the door in free.
watch my back. Yeah, you get the door. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
He rushes in with the gun out, and he's like, all right, we're splitting you guys up. You, and he points at Charlotte, you're with me.
Okay. Sure.
Uh,
Is everything all right?
Wait, where's the other one? And then Elwood, who was behind the door, jumps him and knocks him out.
Okay, Elwood's been waiting for this. As he jumps out, he wants to kick him in the leg hard.
Alright, make a melee violence check against yourself. Definitely use the paradox dice.
We can go above 6? Oh, Lord.
Oh god! You kick him in the kneecap. When you do, you see Pixie pixelate. He goes, and a breach opens up, a temporal breach, and swallows him whole.
Dip my hand into my pocket. At lightning speed, I whip off the cap. I whip on the beanie hat. Come on, Irreconformity, don't let me down now. There they are. No. And I try and stand like him. Hands up. I've just made this so much harder for myself.
The guard who was about to be knocked out turns around, sees only you. He's like, "Hey, where'd the other guy go?"
I don't know. What happened there? Are you okay?
He looks from you to Charlotte, from Charlotte back to you. He's like, "You get over into the other room across the hall. We're splitting you up."
Yeah, sure thing.
I'll follow him into the other room, I guess.
He leads you out into the hall, and he goes to look back on Elwood, and he says, "And no more funny business from you."
Yeah,
And
that was. Yeah.
He goes to close the door to lock you back in to this room by yourself.
He's alone now. How far away was the room he gestured to?
Just across the hall.
Is there, by chance, an air vent in here?
In the room?
Yeah.
No.
Great.
I mean, but you've got him. You got him surrounded.
Okay, yeah. So
Jump
I'm gonna.
him.
Yeah, I think I was trying to see if there was anything else I could do, like trying to sneak around, and no, I'm just gonna wait for him to drop his guard on me for a split second, and then I'm gonna honk him in the back of the head.
You've got your split second. He's trying to close and lock the door on you.
Yep, violence. I'm doing it. Ah!
You get your violence, you get disadvantage because A, I'm giving you one of my disadvantages, and because B, he's got a gun on you and is expecting you to try something.
Yep. Now that a paradox has actually opened up and swallowed past me, do I still need to roll paradox dice?
Now that you've hit 6 paradoxes or more, fun fact, you never stop rolling paradox dice, regardless of what you're doing.
Oh, good. Good. Great. Fantastic. Brilliant. Nothing to see here. That's the first one. That's the second one. One success either way.
Awesome. So you jump him, slam him between the door and the door handle, or the door and the door frame. Knock him out. Take his gun. You hear someone shouting, "Hey, what's that commotion?" from the room that has Laurel in it down the hall. And Charlotte is looking at you like, what the heck just happened? Because she just saw you knock yourself out, and your other self gets swallowed up by a hole in space and time. So, yeah.
What in the actual...
I'm gonna try and emulate the voice of the person that I just No,
don't even bother. You already told me you were from the future.
It's more complicated. Everything's fine. We just had a prisoner try and get out of the room. Huh. Don't worry, he's laid out.
You see through the window, the 2 Secret Service agents get up from their desk. One of them says to Laurel, "You stay here," and they both start walking towards the door. You have like fractions of a second to do something.
Okay, they didn't know we were going in the other room. Hide.
Oh, okay. I guess.
I'll explain everything. Hide.
You run into the other room across the hall, and you close the door just as they come out into the hall. They look and they look around. They see the knocked out guard. They look in the open doorway and they see both of you gone, and they're like, "How the heck did this happen?" And then they get on their intercom and start running down the hall as fast as they can.
Okay.
So I already told you that I was from the future and I was a field agent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from an alternate future where the computer that you work on destroys everything. The quantum computer. Super dangerous. We'll talk more about that as we go.
Okay.
Peachy. Please, call me Elwood.
Great. I'll follow.
Okay, where are you leading her?
Not to where she gets killed!
Just lock me in a room somewhere?
Let's go. I think we went to the basement last time. Let's go upstairs. I've heard there's safe spaces upstairs where we can hide out. Maybe we
could go out to the street if you want. If you really want, you could leave this building. You could. What? You want to go up to the second floor?
Yeah, let's go to the second floor.
All right, you go up to the second floor. The second floor, you go up to you go to the staircase. There's one of those little signs that says, second floor off limits while the reception is in progress, or something like that.
Great.
It's just a sign. You could walk right by it.
Yeah, we'll step over that.
And you make it up to the second floor. Second floor is mostly deserted by the looks of it.
Okay, great. Let's just pick a room.
Okay, you find a room and you duck inside. Just as you see a Secret Service agent around the corner. So there is someone up on the second floor, doing rounds. But it's mostly deserted. But
shaking hands with doorknobs, then if one's open, here
Yeah.
we go.
All right, you're in a room on the second floor.
All right, Charlotte, I owe you an explanation.
Damn fucking rights you do.
Yeah. Okay, look. You're the bit of string.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're the bit of string, right? Like, okay, you know, like when people put together things with string, and there's just like one bit of string holding things together. You're the bit of string. If what I'm trying to say is the fate of the universe relies on your actions.
What? Say I believe you.
Great.
Like, say that this is like that I'm the bit of string that's holding the whole of the cosmos together.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I do that's so important?
Okay, you're about to go on a space mission, correct? To Mars.
No, I'm gonna drop out. My wife's pregnant. I'm considering just leaving the program.
Okay.
And
On
then
that-
you recall that she had an important conversation with Laurel that she's now probably not gonna have because you've taken her away from all that.
Okay.
Laurel convinced Charlotte to stay in the space program.
Okay, look. In the timeline as canon. Oh boy. Tell me, you work with a quantum computer, right? Do you understand the trousers of time theory, the, quantum probability theorem?
Yeah, I know basic quantum mechanics.
Perfect. Great. We can talk on an intellectual level.
Ish.
Great, that'll do. We'll use layman terms anyway because that saves us all hassle, right? So in the original timeline, your wife convinced you to stay on the space program. I believe her exact words were something along the lines of like, "No, we need a lesbian in space, Charlotte. It's important." Something like that. You go on the space program. While you're up there, an accident happens with the quantum computer, and when it comes back, it's self-aware. It's showing signs of actual intelligence.
Okay. That's like, if in order for a computer like a quantum computer to reach the singularity and possibly pass the Turing test, like these things, I mean, we are like, the year is 2024, but honestly, we're still at least 50 years before that. Like,
Well,
there's no way, unless something completely.
Well, okay, I've got a lot of news for you today, and on the next one, you might want to turn a gun on me. We'll see how it goes. But first of all, butterfly effect. Small things have big effects. This is a turning point. This is a turning point, okay? That computer goes on to completely lord over the human race. Changing history to make things better. It develops a time travel and then has agents like me go back in time to alter events to its benefit to ensure that it happens and that it gets control. This is one of those events that I was sent to. I was sent here to protect the president. But actually, I was sent here to ensure that you die.
So I'm guessing the one of you that got sucked into the hole was the one that was supposed to save the president?
That I can't complain. That I can't explain at all. I cannot. I kicked him, and I kicked him through fucking time. I don't know. I've got nothing on that one. I wasn't expecting that. I'm just glad my foot didn't go through time with him.
Yeah. Me too? What do you want from me?
You need to go on that mission. Oh, wait, hang a minute. Okay, this is where it gets complicated, and this is where we need both brains. This is going to be a big brain solution. Possibly my friend Ari as well. I'm going to introduce you to Ari. Does this thing have a loudspeaker function? Can I let out Ari? Loudspeaker?
Oh, it's only in your head. It does not have a speaker function.
Okay. I have a quantum computer in my head. I know that makes me seem untrustworthy.
You've miniaturized the thing that takes over humanity and now it's in your head? Oh no, that doesn't seem shifty at all.
Keller, you also have a voice in your head. That will really help.
Yeah, I was building up to that. Maybe I won't.
Building
I'm
up
from-
to what? Who are you talking to?
Shit. Shit. Okay. She literally just told me not to tell you that I had a voice in my head because that would probably also look very suspicious. But I've got a wire to someone outside of time who's giving me instructions. They've got access to the database. They're looking at the timeline as it happens. Ari, what's happening at the minute? Like, if Charlotte just survives, do we need to do anything else?
So Ari is not in a secluded place outside of time where she can monitor changes to the timeline. She's in the year 2012 in the past right now in a facility where she does have a access to the historical database, but she's not able to monitor like the web of all timelines the way she was in her old cubbyhole. She's just able to look up events. She's got like a historical Wikipedia at this point.
Shit, and she's in the past, so she can't look up things in the future. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you trusting and believing me right now, Sean?
That doesn't mean Ari can't help you. It just means that she can't
see the changing paradox of time as it changes.
7.5 and dropping.
Okay, good. That's better than I thought, to be honest.
But dropping.
Right.
6.
That's a lot of pressure right there. Look. We need you to survive this event. I need you not to get shot today. That'd be great.
I didn't plan to get shot.
No,
I don't think anyone ever plans to get shot.
No, but having a little bit of knowledge from the future could help you avoid it. The person who shoots you is me. It's when you meet the president. You are far from them. So hopefully, you've already seen 2 of me. That shouldn't be a long stretch, I don't mind. I hope you don't think.
So what, is future you still on the table?
Possibly.
Like, are they still gonna try and kill the president?
It's not a closed wavelength.
Listen, I didn't vote for the guy.
Good.
I'm on the fence here.
That'll make the next thing easier. When he's in power, he passes a lot of legislation to make it easier for the quantum computer to be developed, and I'm here to stop that.
Well, I mean, I did a lot of the initial programming for the quantum computer. A lot of that code is still me. It's still there. Probably in your quantum computer in the future still, but that base code's still there.
I'm very interested in what you have to say about that base code.
I have a back door. I mean, I only had it for emergencies just in case something went wrong, like maybe on a mission to Mars.
Yeah. Great. What is that back door?
Suddenly,
Shit.
as if on cue, a portal in space and time opens up right in the room that you're in. And you remember that kill bot that you found in the year 2029 that had like a Gatling gun and it just hovered around the base and was like gunning you down?
Shit.
It comes out and points its gun at you and starts firing. And I think that's probably the best place to take a break. A little bit early, but that's okay.
Okay, everyone. So we're gonna take a we're gonna take a 5-minute break here. We're gonna stretch. Has an hour and a half gone already? Seriously? My God.
No, it's a little early. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes, but yeah.
Still, what? Jesus. Okay. Great. We're gonna get up. We're gonna stretch. We're gonna drink some drinks. We're gonna possibly take a bio. You should do the same. And I'll, yeah, I'm struggling with words right now. Have a break, everyone. See you in a minute. Bye. Oh, check out these wonderful videos from Hero Forge. You'll love them. Oh, hi everyone. Thank you for sticking around. Raiders, welcome in. It is wonderful to see you. That was the videos promoting stuff from the Kickstarter there by Hero Forge. Hero Forge, their Kickstarter has beat $1.7 million in less than 7 days, and we've still got 23 days of Kickstarter to go. Who knows what heights this Kickstarter will climb? It looks fantastic. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play with it. Josh, let's get right on back in it, shall we?
Yeah, you're being shot at from a death bot from the future that you've seen before, and you know is an ominous arrival for sure. Definitely the computer's trying to kill you, or Charlotte, or both. And it knows where you are. So let's give you back those 5 stars we took away earlier.
Ah.
In fact, let's give both of you 5 stars.
Ah.
And the part I didn't tell you before the awesome cliffhanger, the part that I wanted to save for when we came back, is Madame Gandalf, Ari.
Also gets 5 stars.
Just as you hear Elwood and Charlotte screaming as they're getting shot at, you see a portal open up next to you, and this floating robot comes out with a Gatling gun and it starts shooting at you. You also get 5 stars.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'll never make that joke again.
I'd say roll initiative, but that's not what we do here. Roll. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to take care of this?
Oh God.
Well, you see the title of the show. I'm gonna throw myself at Charlotte and try and barrel her through the wall.
Okay. Make an
If there's a door, that would be the best way to go through the wall. But if not, I said what I said.
Make an athletics violence check. And Ari, what are you doing?
I am going to try and sneak my way out.
Okay. That would definitely be so. The machine comes out. A portal opens, and a robot comes out looking to myrtleize but it looks around. And looks around, and there is no Ari to be seen. She's hiding under her desk. The robot ominously floats by, looks around. Make a stealth chutzpah check for me.
All right. 1 success.
Awesome. It doesn't see you, but it hasn't given up the chase yet. It's like hovering around, just like observing, looking for its target. For those of you in the chat who weren't here over the past couple episodes, didn't see this thing. It looks kind of like, you know, that black floating robot from Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, and it goes like beep 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 beep. That thing. It looks like that, but with a Gatling gun.
Oh boy.
What was your violence check, Strat?
2 successes.
Okay. You push Charlotte through the doorway.
Oh, there's a door. Good.
You push her through the doorway as laser Gatling gun blasts away the wall. And it starts chasing after you. You hear people screaming downstairs because there's the commotion of obviously gunfire. But you guys have dodged out of the way as it blasts after you. Where do you want to go? Do you want to make it back for the stairs? Do you want to make it for the elevator? Find somewhere else to hide?
Been prepared for this eventuality by someone from my past. I'm going straight to the janitor's closet.
Okay. Make another. You're both going to need to make an athletics violence check as you run for the janitor's closet while this thing is shooting at you.
Oh boy. Well, I got 5 successes, but hey, how would you like another paradox?
All right. So, do I have full moxie again?
Yes.
I haven't spent any of them from this timeline.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. You
I'm
spent
gonna
them all
spend-
in the last timeline, but Elwood has altered events as far as you're concerned.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 moxie so that I get actually 3 on the roll because I have 0 athletics and 0 violence.
Awesome.
And let's have a look. Computer dice, no.
Nope.
And
That's for that fun is all for Elwood.
1 success.
Cool. So you guys run around the corner. You dodge the Imperial probe droid with the Gatling gun successfully. You wind the hallways. You find the janitor's closet. Elwood's like, "Quick in here!" And he opens the door, and inside, wouldn't you guess it, a second one of these drones with a Gatling gun is there waiting for you, and it just turns around and starts firing. Both of you make athletics plus violence checks to dodge the laser fire. I'm rude, says Nerdly. Yeah, that was very rude. It's almost like it knew you were going to go in there, Elwood.
Oh,
That is a failure from me,
Okay.
but I have an advantage.
Would you like to use it?
I would like to use it.
All right. You're free to reroll.
Okay. One success.
Nice.
I am
Okay.
running swiftly out of moxie.
I'm gonna yell, Charlotte, run, avoid me.
You guys splitting up?
I'm gonna try and draw the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and run out to the street, I guess, or find some other place to hide, maybe.
You could try running out to the street if you want. You could go down the steps and out to the street.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Scrat, what are you gonna do to draw their fire? What are you gonna do to incentivize them to focus on you while she runs away?
So that one in the closet, it's close, right?
Uh-huh.
As I dodge the gunfire, can I try and grab the barrel of the gun and karate chop the heck out of it? I
Okay.
just want to bend it enough for it to not fire.
From you, I need a violence melee check, and from Charlotte, I need a violence athletics check.
Okay.
Actually, give me a chutzpah athletics check.
Oh, yay, that's one more than I had before. All right. Nope. 1 success.
Okay. You make it. You make it to the stairs. And you make it down the stairs, into the lobby. Elwood, what did you roll?
3 successes.
Awesome. You karate chop this thing and you bend the Gatling gun. We forgot to heal you at the start of the episode, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
still
like I'm injured to heck and back.
Well, now you're just hurt.
Okay, I can handle that. How are our retweets doing? I could use some moxie. Hey, we did hit 10.
There you go. You get a point of moxie. You bend it ever so slightly, but you hurt yourself in the process, as it's firing while you're trying to karate chop the thing.
Yep.
You're
Gladly take
you're
it.
You're wrestling with this robot. You push it back into the closet, like, "Good, get back in there!" And you slam the closet door. Charlotte Grace is gone. She made her way. You turn around just in time to see her running down the stairs.
Good, that's good. Draw
then
my
you-
gun and head
and then-
back towards the up.
You also see the other one had made it around the the hall, and so you see her go down the stairs, and you see the other one follow her down the stairs.
I'm gonna start shooting at the one following her down the stairs.
Make a gun plus violence check.
So the good news is I can roll 9 dice here.
And the bad news?
They're negative. Oh boy, I'm gonna burn an advantage there and try that again. We're looking for 5 or more to succeed here. Oh boy.
Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. The good news is you succeed. Bad news is now it's coming after you. But meanwhile, back in the year 2012, Ari, this thing is just hovering around your room. After it's completely cleared the room, it moves out into the hallway, and you hear one of the other workers here, or one of the other people working for this shadow organization, say, "Hey, what the hell?" Ah!
Oh dear God. Oh God. Okay. Don't breathe too loud. Don't breathe too loud. Don't breathe too loud. Don't breathe too loud. Right. Elwood. Elwood. Elwood?
I muted my mic. Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Elwood, so just so you're aware, I'm getting shot at over here. I think the machine seems to have missed me now. But it's gone back out and it's killed a couple of people, I think. And I'm currently hiding under my desk, and what shall I do, Elwood? Do I come to where you are? Do I stay hidden?
No, they're here too.
Oh gosh. Okay, so
Ari,
we need to
Ari,
find.
Well, did you have any field training? What are your best skills?
My best skills, I guess. I'm very good at programming, and I can sneak pretty well. I'm quite quiet.
All right, great. Then sneak out of there. Can you sneak up on it and reprogram it?
I'll give it a go. All right. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can stealthily go up there and just cross a few wires and solder a few things. Yes. Right. Okay. I'll let you know how it goes. I shall hang up quickly and stand up boldly to go and attempt Elwood's plan.
Okay. Make a stealth check plus chutzpah.
One success.
Okay. You sneak up to it. You see it has a control panel on the back of it. You can try to reprogram it.
Yes, please.
That'll be a
I would like to set it to a passive mode.
okay. That'll be an
Program plus mechanics?
program plus mechanics. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly the word I was looking for.
One success. I've only rolled ones today. I've just gone through and looked. Oh, today I've only rolled one.
You start reprogramming it, and you successfully get it to power down its weapon. And then it says self-destruct imminent and you see a 60-second countdown timer pop up on its monitor.
Can I set it to kind of like defend me? Or to scout? Can I find out maybe the origin of who sent it to me?
Okay. You want to try to read its like source code?
Yeah, read its
You got
source
60
code
seconds
or
before it explodes,
its
but if you
signal.
want, you could plug your computer into it and try to.
I want to extract as much info from that baby as I can.
Okay.
All right.
Make another program plus mechanics check.
2 successes.
You see that it was built in the year 214. And its instructions are to find and kill Elwood. And it homed in. Its instructions are to find and kill Elwood and Ari, the both of you, and it homed in on you here. It now has 30 seconds left on its timer.
And there's no way of telling, like, where its orders might have been originated from? Like what year, time?
Yeah, the year 214. Sector Oli.
Sector Oli?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else could I possibly need out of this robot, other than a couple of extra components. I might grab just any extra components that there are in there that might be useful and leave before it explodes in my face.
Well, while you're thinking about it, Elwood, what are you doing?
Thing is chasing me, not chasing Charlotte, right?
Correct. It turned on you when you shot at it.
So as I'm running and Ari communicated with me, I'm gonna just wistfully hope that Ari has skill in athletics, because that's exactly what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna try and lead it away. I want to run not so fast that I lose it, but that I can just string it along. Keep it busy till I think of something better.
Are you kiting the robot?
I am kiting the robot.
Keeping it on the second floor?
Hey, would I happen to know where that president's safe room was?
Yeah, it's down in the basement.
Down we go.
You could. All right, so you're running down to the basement?
Yeah.
As you run down to the first floor, you see a bunch of Secret Service agents blocking your path to the basement, and one of them points at you and says, "There he is! Get him!" You got a robot behind you, Secret Service agents in front of you. You're a bit surrounded. What are you gonna do? What is Charlotte doing? She's outside. She made it outside. You made it outside. You look like it looks like you're safe and sound.
So I'm outside and there's no robots around?
No robots around, correct?
Okay. I look back at the building weird voice in the head, lady. Are you there? Nope. Okay.
Yep, you hear
I'm
nothing.
I'm gonna use the panic as a cover, and I'm gonna hide. I mean, if Elwood said I needed to stay alive, then I'm gonna try and stay alive. I'm not
You
gonna. Is like every bone in Charlotte's body right now tells her that she has to go help Elwood, but her self-preservation is starting to kick in.
Of course.
So she's gonna find a place to hide.
She's gonna look for a place to hide.
Or what good that is.
As she's looking around for a place to hide, she makes it to the street, and a car pulls up. When the door opens, and it's Elwood. And he's like, Charlotte, I finally found you. I made it out. It's okay, come on. Let's get away now, before it's too late.
What was the last number I said?
Number, you said?
Yes.
214, of course.
I'm gonna run.
Damn it!
Towards the Elwood that I know.
So you're running back towards the building?
Yeah, I guess.
The Elwood gets out of the car fully, not just having the door open, but and he pulls out what looks like a ray gun and starts shooting at you. You're gonna have to make a chutzpah plus athletics check
Okay.
to dodge the ray gun.
I'm gonna use. I'll save that, so I'll launch the test right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my last, or I'm gonna use an advantage, I guess, and my last moxie to bring it up to 2 and try that again. 1 success.
Okay. You make it back to the building. Ari, did you decide what you want to do? You have 30 seconds left before this thing explodes in your face. Is there anything else you want to try to get out of this thing?
I literally cannot think of a single thing.
So
I have never been robotic. Maybe I should have let the engineer be the one who was in the chair.
That's okay. You already got where it came from, when it came from. That's pretty important, I'm sure.
The only thing I can possibly think of is
before it explodes.
Well, the only other thing I can think of as well is like what weaknesses it might have as a machine.
Well, you've looked at its source code. I'll say that if you want, you could try to.
Can I prevent it from blowing up?
You could try. You could try, sure. It's a difficult task. You're gonna require 3 successes on a program plus mechanics. 3 successes, and you can stop it from blowing up.
3 successes.
At the last second, you stop it from blowing up, and it powers down.
I am a god.
Just obtained an Imperial spy bot with a Gatling gun. Scrap. Elwood is surrounded. You know the robot is only seconds behind you. There's secret agents all around you. You're in a tough spot. You're in a tough pickle. What do you want to do? I'll remind you that you do have the ability to open up localized breaches with your overloaded earpiece and jump to like other points in space and time. Not that I'm suggesting you do that, but
with paradox dice, that's crazy. Plus, I'd lose Charlotte. No, I'm gonna keep on running straight at the agent. Okay.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2 You charge the agents. They're gonna pull out their guns and start shooting. Just as the spy bot comes down the stairs and starts shooting, and you're in the middle. Do you want to duck? Do you want to...
Little known fact. Elwood does gymnastics. I don't just want to duck. I want to start doing the Mission Impossible laser sequence, you name it. I'm gonna be dodging lasers left, right, and center. That's all I want to do.
Athletics plus violence.
Okay. A lot of dice. This should be fine. I don't have any advantages left. This is fine. Fine.
Nope, you don't have any advantages. But you do have a disadvantage. Because I have those left.
Well, shit. Okay, so the first one is 4 successes.
Okay.
1 success.
You dive through the lasers and gunfire. You don't make it out uninjured, but you do make it out unmaimed. You roll out of the way as the robot and the Secret Service agents blast each other away. If any of them survived, you didn't stick around to see. You've made it past them, and you're running as fast as you can to get away. You're heading for the basement staircase just as you bump into Charlotte Graves, who just came back in through the front door.
Come on, follow me.
Quick, 1 second.
What?
How much did I trust you at last count?
6 and falling.
Okay, we're good.
6 and falling.
You're also out there.
Shit. What did I say?
421?
No, not the number. Did I say anything of importance?
You said, Charlotte, I found you. Get in the car. We need to go. I got away.
Okay, so I'm trying to kidnap you. Great. Future me. Great. Okay. There's at least one other future me here. Ari, there's at least one other future me here. Someone broke the 69. Someone broke the 69. Dexter Abs is our 69 plus 1.
Oh, we did it!
We will plus 1 you with our 69 all night. Thank you.
Woo!
Does that mean Dexter Abs gets to give an advantage to someone or something?
No, it's just a follow. But
it's just a follow, but it's a follow that broke your 69.
it's a follow of great import.
A follow of great import. All right, so you guys made it to the basement? Yes. I said that like a question. I'm the Time Lord. You guys made it to the basement. He says the second time with conviction.
Okay, you realize I really don't want you down here with the president, because that's where you get shot.
Clearly. I mean, that's what you said last time, at least.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else we can hide out that's not the safe room in the basement?
Well, I was bringing the Deathbot down here. It's probably following me still.
You look down the hall and you see the spot on the floor where you mysteriously passed out and came to after all the shenanigans had finished.
Am I there?
No. Nobody's there.
That's good at least.
I think when you interacted with your past self, you created another paradox.
Oh, I'm creating paradoxes everywhere right now.
Well, I think you... Okay, it's kind of... Time's kind of crushed in on itself a little. If I'm reading this correctly.
You're right. Hey, Charlotte, how much do you trust me right now?
We're at about an 8.
8's good enough. I've done this thing once before. It's super risky. But have you ever wanted to check out the Titanic?
Well, I'm already dressed for a party.
I'm gonna extend my arm to hold Charlotte close, and then do the morph through time thing. I'm gonna try and carry Charlotte through time.
Okay. Make a quantum physics plus Hudspot check.
That's 4 dice. Is this worth burning my... I only have one natural...
You only need 1 success.
I only need 1 success? I mean, 4 dice. What are the chances that all 4 don't roll a 6? That's like something like a third, right?
It's technically 5 dice too if you include the paradox dice.
Right. 1/6. What's the worst that can happen?
You got your 1 success. Space folds around the two of you. As you start to get swallowed up by the localized breach that you're creating, you see another portal open down the hall. And you see yourself, dressed like Pixie Pixelate, fall out of it and clutch his knee and go, "Ah!" And then, space disappears and you're somewhere else. Someone else. You were trying to go to the Titanic?
Yeah. I
Alright.
mean, if the death bot follows me there, I mean, they won't find out until like 2050 when they pull it up.
You appear on the Titanic with Charlotte Graves. You're trying to save her life. You just put her on a ship that's going to sink.
It's a temporary measure.
But she's far away from the year 2024. 1911, I think.
12?
12? That might be right.
So, Charlotte, welcome to 1912. Would you like a martini?
Sure. I could definitely go for another drink.
Yeah, try and stay somewhat sharp, though. I'm possibly expecting the death bot to come here after us. It's kind of why I took us on a death trap. Minimal damage.
At least something to calm my nerves. And if we're in, where are we, like in a side alley or a side hallway or in steerage? Or are we actually in the dance floor of the Titanic in the ballroom?
I think I probably would have put us
Somewhere off to the side?
I would have put us in the lavatory near the bar.
Okay.
No one looked twice at that.
Okay. I'll pop out and I guess we'll go grab a drink.
You both walk out of the lavatory, and this sailor guy looks at you. Wait, you were
Not a word.
both together? Oh, I'm very confused. Scrat, as Elwood, you recognize him, but he doesn't seem to recognize you yet.
Kid, get ready. You're gonna have an interesting night. See you later.
Okay.
He's the person I tested on first, but he doesn't know it.
So you take all your dates here? I'm married, right?
Oh, yeah, no, this is where I was sent on holiday when the,
Technically, you're not married right now. Your wife hasn't even been born yet.
this is where I was sent, by the quantum computer when they wanted me out of the way. So technically, what I'm hoping is if they do detect my life signal here, they won't look twice, because that's where they expect me to.
Well, at some point there's going to be two of you here, and then that's probably going to get their attention. So whatever we do, we've probably got a little bit of a limited window.
Perhaps, but when they send me, Ari wasn't on the computer system tracking me. The office klutz one. I'm hoping that she's not too hot on detecting double frequencies. Not an easy skill. Ari's the best.
Well, how's Ari doing right now?
Ask her. Hey, Ari, how you doing?
I've got a robot friend.
What?
You know the robot that came to try and kill me? You
Yeah.
told me to, like, go and reprogram it. Well, now it works for me.
Fantastic.
Don't you? Yes, you do. Don't you, little butt?
Oh, you anthropomorphizing it already? Okay.
What is cute? And it boops.
They're like, lean towards. Got a robot pet now. She managed to reprogram one.
Good.
Hey, I wonder if you could do that.
Possibly. I mean, if the mechanics... I'm pretty decent with mechanics. And computers.
Ari, was it written in future code?
Was it written in future code?
Or was it written in, like, Python? I know a lot of programmers seem to go back to Python, even though it's really out of date.
C++.
CSS.
Actually, it's Pascal.
Oh! Basic.
Deep cuts.
But yeah,
Or
what was
jokes.
futuristic programming or something that Charlotte is likely to understand?
I mean, Charlotte might understand it because Charlotte worked on the first
Quantum
one.
computer.
I would say Charlotte should give it a go. She might just understand it if we give her a chance.
Charlotte, if another one of those things turns up, I think we should get you access to it. Shit, I left one in the closet.
Yeah, if I can find some kind of interface so that I can talk to it, for sure.
It's times like these I really wish I could take this thing out of my ear and put it in yours so you can speak direct to Ari. Ari, is there some kind of interface on the thing where Charlotte can access it?
I just tore the back panel off.
Jesus, what did you do? Just find a USB port and just stick a keyboard and a monitor in there? Or what?
Every motherboard seems to have a USB port these days.
Really?
In this year of 2100 or 2024. Wait, when is it that we are?
I just thought by like 2090 they would have, I don't know, swapped the USB out for something that fits in both ways to avoid the problem that everyone has with USBs ever.
Wait.
In the
They
year
used to have
2090,
only one-sided USBs. What kind of sadistic person creates a USB where it only goes in on one side?
Right, and they didn't even
Do you
make
know
it
how
look
many
different.
times
It
that-
looks like from the outside, it looks exactly the same.
How many times would people try to feckin' plug it in the wrong way before they finally got it in right?
Well, there is a legend about one person who can plug it in first time every time.
Oh, you got to be lying to me, Elwood.
They say that he can see code instead of...
Is he known as the Oracle or something?
the one.
The one.
Meanwhile, Charlotte is just standing here watching Elwood have a conversation completely with himself.
yeah.
Yeah, this is awkward.
Do you two do you two want to get together or something? Like, seriously. Whatever we gotta do it quick.
Suddenly, you hear someone shout your name. Elwood!
Sorry, I was just imagining the cat was singing instead.
Sorry.
And you turn around,
I do.
And standing there on the deck of the Titanic is Director Mackenzie.
Director Mackenzie.
Where have you been? How did you... Oh, never mind. I guess you don't even... Listen.
I'm right where
Somehow...
you sent me. I'm on vacation.
Well, yeah, I know that. But at some point, you
Have
get
you met-
off the Titanic, and we can't find you. So I had to come back here to the start of the trip to pick you up. Ari's worried sick. We need to bring you home.
What? No, I'm right here. I'm enjoying my vacation. Come on, I haven't taken a vacation for 5 years. I just bumped into this nice this nice woman.
And let's face it, I would never worry about you, Elwood.
She looks at Charlotte and she says, "Huh, you look familiar." Ah. Huh.
Can't say I've ever had the
it's
pleasure.
Yeah.
Lottie.
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 Right. Mackenzie. Anyway, Elwood, you need to stop fraternizing and come home. I've got Kilroy ready to take us in together.
Kilroy's ready to take us in. Why isn't Ari on the computer, Mackenzie?
Ari is busy working with Bob, what's his name, on that Disney mission.
On the Disney mission. Oh yeah,
remember?
that. Yeah. Of course. How's Johnson doing? Trying to take me in? I take a sip of my martini. I'm playing for time.
Well, it's complicated. And also classified. The less you know, probably the better.
Oh, come on. Personal interest, Mackenzie.
He's trying to track down your future self.
I know.
I
wondering...
can't tell you what he's up to.
Of course. You might give me some information that will change the whole mission. Yeah, of course. But, can we have one martini before we go? Come on, I only just got here. I'm right under your nose. What's the worst that can happen?
Make a charmed chutzpah check.
One success.
All right. One martini. But then we're off.
Yeah, sure.
And she sits down at the bar.
I'm gonna turn to Charlotte and try and give you the most non-seductive, like, conspiratorial wink ever. And then sit down next to Director Mackenzie.
Okay. Charlotte, what do you do?
I'm going to find a boy with the canapes, and I'm going to grab a couple and a drink, and then just sort of go and walk away at a distance, but so that I'm still in eye shot.
Okay.
I would like, as we sit down, to jump back in time again. To just, like, 30 seconds beforehand during that conversation so I can sneak up on Director Mackenzie.
Make a quantum physics plus chutzpah check. This one's gonna require 2 successes.
Oh.
Want to spend some moxie?
Oh, hey, remember how I had that? I got that advantage from the chat. Can I give that to Elwood?
I suppose so.
Hey, okay. That makes things better. Okay. We can do this. One success. Using the advantage. Do I use them? I'm gonna use a moxie. I'm gonna use a moxie.
Okay.
Shit.
Ooh. 0 successes. Well,
I'll
we take the
one
better
suc-
result, so yeah, you get 1 success. You open up a folding space and navigate through it, trying to go just 30 seconds before Mackenzie appeared. You wind up at the right time, but not the right place. You're on one of the lower decks of the Titanic. 30 seconds before Mackenzie appears.
Okay. But I'm not with Director Mackenzie anymore, so
Correct.
I've got a head start.
True.
Is there like a step ladder up to the deck where I was or something, or?
Yeah. You can climb up to the deck that you were at. It'll take you a few minutes to get back up there. It's a big ship, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Charlotte, you're sitting there a few feet away when suddenly you see Elwood pop out of existence, as he's been doing a lot this episode. Director Mackenzie stands up, freaks out, has a little bit of a meltdown, talks into her ear, says something to the effect of, "He just disappeared," and then she vanishes.
So I'm by myself on the Titanic now.
Correct.
I'm gonna go hide out in the life rafts, I guess.
What
What time is it?
It's evening. As you go to walk away, there's someone else that spotted the 2 people disappear, and he's just like, that's not supposed to happen. What? Did you see that?
Yeah, it's a weird evening, kid.
Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna go over here now.
Here, I hand him my drink.
He takes your drink. Looks like he needs it. Oh, I'm so confused. He walks away. And
You and me both.
you go over to the life rafts?
It's not early in the morning, because I know my history somewhat. It's probably about like 11 in the evening.
Sure.
I've got some time. All right, I'm gonna hang out, wait for my ride home, I guess.
You don't have to wait long before Elwood shows up. A little, looking like he just climbed several flights of stairs.
Hey,
We're down to 7.5 again.
7.5. What did I do?
You stranded me on the Titanic.
I didn't strand you. I was here the whole time. Come on, Lottie. Don't give me that look.
7. So yeah, I guess we have to figure out what our next steps are.
Preferably before Director Mackenzie comes back.
Yeah, Director Mackenzie's gonna be back any second. She knows we're here. The double bluffed doubly badly. I was gonna try and take her out. Unfortunately, I haven't quite got the hang of this thing yet.
You got any other hidey holes?
There's a safe house in 2012 we can try out in downtown New York. The downtown New York?
Sure. I think
Cool.
it was actually
Memphis.
Memphis. Yes, Memphis. Because there was an Elvis spot. You want to take her to the safe house in 2012?
Yeah, come with me. I'll put you directly in touch with Ari. That way you can talk directly to her.
Okay. All right. Can he go a little gentler this time? Last time made me a little queasy.
Oh, it's always
Okay.
like that the first few times.
Could be the seasickness. Let's go.
Have you done G-force training yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why you didn't huck up everywhere.
Well, a couple times in the vomit comet, and pretty much nothing flaps you.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the same thing to me.
That kind of did, though.
You get used to it.
Okay.
Let's go!
You pop back to 2012. Pop. Just like that. That's a cannon. That's the sound effect it makes. And you're standing next to Ari, who now has a pet robot.
And she's currently like polishing and oiling and like fixing a couple of screws and things like that in it.
Ari!
Completely unaware you've arrived. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. You made it.
Ari, meet Charlotte. I'm not sure if she prefers Lottie or not, or wherever that's a jest. Charlotte, meet Ari.
Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan of your work on the very first quantum computer. I mean, the way that you managed to make that work out of basically no materials whatsoever. You had no technology back then, and you managed to make a quantum. I can't.
Oh my God, Ari, are you fangirling? I've never seen you like this.
I literally.
Yeah. I mean, there was a team, but I did a lot of the initial base work, which was, I guess, kind of interesting. But yeah. So I sort of like start looking at the Doombot.
I've called it JLegs89 because I'm very grateful to them.
Okay. Sure. And I sort of go around the back to where Ari's hacked into it and try and suss out what we can gather from this. I'll use my backdoor access code, I guess.
That's what they all call it. Sorry.
Well, seeing as there is almost certainly something going on here, Elwood's gonna keep his nose out and sip his cocktail and just watch the magic unfold.
Okay. Yeah.
Cue technology montage.
Yeah.
With some like 80 synth going on, like.
Can you please do some double hacking? That'd be great.
Yes, two computers on either side, like.
Oh, I'm referring to, I think it was CSI or something at one point. One of them is sitting there going, I'm really trying to hack this thing, and another person comes up and says, oh, let me help you. Starts typing on the same keyboard as the first one.
That was NCIS, but yes.
Wow.
What?
I understand that reference.
Oh my god.
Okay, so do I need to make a roll for this?
I think he froze up there, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm having issues with my internet connection. It's obviously the computer doesn't want me to finish the session. It's my it's program plus mechanics.
Brains plus mechanics, or mechanics plus programs plus mechanics. Okay, sounds good. I can do that. But I'm 2 successes. Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
You use your backdoor code. You hack into the thing, and you're able to see its root command. It's able to track Elwood and Ari, not just across space, but across time.
Wow. Whoever programmed this thing really wants you dead. Because, yeah, it looks like it's tuned into both of your biosignatures. I mean, what little of the code I can read says that, yeah, both of you are pretty well marked, but, and I think I'm gonna like go in a little bit more and like adjust some of the base pair sequences in the code so that it doesn't quite match them.
And you see a sequence of coding that starts building upon itself in a way that looks almost too random to be a programmed sequence.
Oh, this is different.
What are you finding?
There's our self-actualizing program, because it looks like it's trying to...
It's not in this robot, but however, it is in communication with this robot, the self-actualizing program.
So there's our control chip from the future. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to reassert itself over, from what I can understand here.
You could probably use this to track it back to its source.
Yeah. Okay, so... Hey, Elwood.
Yeah.
You know that popping through time thing
Oh,
you
yeah.
can do?
Yeah.
Well, I think I can get you to where this thing came from.
You take me to Mars?
Well, I don't know if it came from Mars, but sure. Where exactly is it pointing to? Or when exactly is it pointing to?
It's pointing to a location and time that doesn't seem to make sense. You're having trouble. You have something pinpointing a space and time, but you can't seem to pinpoint where or when. It's like you have a tracker, but you can't read it.
So, I've got...
You could put that into the time machine and go to those coordinates.
Yeah, I've got
But
coordinates, but they don't make sense.
Is that a collaborative effort, Ari? Anything you can shed light on there, or you've been working with this stuff for a long time? Not to play you down there, Charlotte. I appreciate your input.
No, I'm stuck in the programming and technology of my time. Obviously, someone more advanced than me might be able to parse this a little bit easier than I could.
I'll take a look and see what I can find. And yeah, Ari will go in and do the same check that Shah just did.
All right. Do you want to, if you want, you can make a, to read this program, it would take programming plus brains check.
Cool. Wow. I had 7 chances of succeeding there,
Also
and I
got
got 0.
Dragon's
Oh, I got
Horde of
advantage.
advantages.
You have
I'll use
so
an
many
advantage.
advantages.
I'll use an advantage.
Okay.
I mean, that at least made it 2.
All right.
Successes, that
2.
is.
Okay, so you try to read the code, and it makes perfect sense as to why Charlotte couldn't read it, because it seems like the coordinates that it's pointing to is an area outside of space and time.
There's a reason why you can't find this place. It doesn't have a place or time, a time or space. It's
A pocket dimension?
outside of it. Pocket dimension, alternate, has yet to be created.
a place that never is and never was and never could be?
Oh, it could be. Just the chances of it are, infinite.
Well, you've got your destination.
Oh,
Sure
boy.
do.
You saying what I think you're saying, Harry?
I'm saying that maybe we need to travel to the complete and utter unknown.
Onto
mean
the
our-
breach.
Our base of operations, or?
Well,
I mean, our base of operations rogue. It's convoluted timeline, you know.
it doesn't exist. It is no longer on a timeline.
You're going off the map.
Off the grid completely.
Here there be dragons.
Don't tell me you're into those roleplay game things.
I mean, I played a couple in college, but let's be
Uh,
honest.
I heard that Dungeons and Dragons games were such nerds.
I mean, it got really popular for a while there.
Ah, yes, thanks to Twitch. I believe Peachy knew a few people that would pay Dungeons and Dragons on that thing.
Yeah. Definitely a couple streamers.
But I digress. We could send the bot there first.
What would that test? That do?
It'll at least allow us to survey a couple of things, make sure that we're not traveling to a place that doesn't exist to a point where we would cease to exist by going there.
Well, if the bots came from there, then obviously they're able to survive in that atmosphere. Or non-void? I don't know what to call
Well-
it.
Maybe we send it in then as a spy bot of sorts. If it's meant to go back there,
Hey, hang on a minute. You guys are programmers, right?
Can we get it to read telemetry? Send it back to us.
Wait a minute. You guys are programmers, right? Can't you make computers sick?
Like a virus?
virus.
I mean, yeah, but this thing.
We could get
mean,
it to spread a virus in their timeline.
Once it reconnects to.
Treat it like a host.
Send it back to mom with the common cold or something like that.
I mean, we
Exactly.
literally
Like
have
a child with the chicken pox. We send it back to have a pox party.
we literally have a Trojan horse right here. This is I'm not shaking the robot. This is a Trojan horse right here.
Well, I mean, two of us put our heads together, we could probably do that.
I think we've just come up with the most genius thing we've done in a while.
And doesn't it have also a self-destruct sequence?
It sure does. But it can be overridden, so we may want to give it a shorter countdown. You know how all of these stories, they always give them really long countdowns.
Definitely, like at least 60 seconds. Like, why don't you just start it at 3?
Yep, I think a good classic 3, considering we will not be near it to activate it.
So what if you were to implant the virus, have it weaken the host, and then set it to self-destruct the host?
I wonder if that's possible.
I mean,
And
we might be
immediately
overthinking
just, like,
this.
gadget out, like, all right, let's do this. Let's get in on and sort this.
But for a second, I thought I was gonna have to get up from the bar.
And yeah, Ari's going to start hacking away. And I'm guessing Charlotte will come in and be the second hand on the same keyboard.
We're definitely science hoboing this.
Yeah.
Program plus brains. for the virus. And demolition plus brains to rig the self-destruct to 3 seconds.
Okay. Okay, so one success from me.
Okay.
And 3 successes from me.
Okay. You're successful in creating a virus. And putting it into your Trojan horse robot.
Just like that.
Well, you still have to get it there.
So, Elwood, now is your part.
Send it back to Mama.
Yep. Let's do that. There's absolutely no holes in this plan. This cannot go wrong in any way, shape, or form.
No holes
There's-
whatsoever. And I am not looking at the Twitch chat at all.
Not at all.
Well, here we go, I guess. I'm gonna grab
Well,
hold of the...
I would figure to just think ahead a little bit in regards to what might be happening if a chat was right here, right now in my head, playing devil's advocate.
Ari, are you going forward in time to see the current time histories of this event?
A little bit. I'm going meta on this.
I mean, they say that the
My-
people who judged them things, they weren't even qualified. They were just random passers-by who came in to watch a show or something.
Right? You just never know where they might have come from. Just complete random people in space and time.
And like 90% of them are metagamers anyways.
But my
You're
hopes would
definitely
be
a
that
nerd.
my hopes would be that in us being the ones that created the virus, they would recognize us as mother and therefore not attack our own head pieces. Give it sort of somewhat a weird sentience in that
Wait,
way.
you have headpieces?
Don't worry, the quantum computer in my head doesn't have code.
Well,
Elwood, your DNA even has code.
how do you access the chips in your head?
I don't know, I just think...
They're kind of put in like, well, when you're very young.
Yeah, like, how do you access your arm? You just...
Yeah, but what happens if something breaks down in it?
They just never break. I mean,
Every computer
think-
breaks.
well, I think there used to be the rumors of people who would go kind of brain dead when they would break, but I haven't heard about that in a long time. That was
Oh
kind
my
of those
god, are you
short
saying... that-
rulebook myths.
Are you saying there's a reason that the other agents suck?
They weren't chipped.
Well, their chips kept breaking.
And just brain dead from their freaking chips.
Okay. Huh. There has to be. I'm stuck. If I could help you, I would. Like, if I could reprogram the chips in your head so that they wouldn't detonate or break, I'd help you. But again, this is way beyond my expertise.
I think this might be something that we just
Risk?
have to risk.
Here's the question, though. If we send this forward, both of you die. Do I just have to relive the next 12 years of my life?
You go back to before we realized that this was over.
I mean, if you like, I can drop you back off in 2024, but you're gonna be after you. If it doesn't work, you're gonna be in serious danger. What's worse, reliving these 12 years of your life, or?
Well, getting a little bit of gray in my hair anyways. What's a little more? Send it through.
This is the thing. I don't know how to time travel without going with the thing. So, hopefully I'll be back in a minute.
Well, this thing can time travel. You saw it come back here.
Oh.
Obviously, it's got a return switch in here somewhere.
Can you just, like, hook my brainwaves up to this thing and I can just activate it?
I mean, I could also just go click, clack, click, clack.
Oh,
Beep.
okay. Click, clack, then. Great. I don't have to do a damn thing.
So yeah, I'm gonna activate its return sequence. Send it home. Can't hear you, Josh.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you activate its return sequence. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
And you send it home. The robot disappears.
Deep breaths now.
You're all expecting something to happen. But what if nothing is gonna happen?
Am I still getting telemetry from the bot's programming?
Oh no. As soon
It's
as
gone.
you send it away, it's gone.
So how do we know if it worked?
I don't think there's any way you will. Unless you go there yourself. I mean, neither one of you have melted brains.
True.
What if this thing's smarter than all of us?
It probably is.
Well, then obviously it had some way to override the virus. And the bomb. I'm sorry. I started this thing. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for getting you involved. You were just going about your timeline and then here we came.
I think I was involved long before you darkened my doorstep.
Right. True.
I don't think any of us apologize. Because all we can do with each moment is the best we can, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Do you put Charlotte Grace back where you left her? You've saved her life. You could drop her off in the year 2025. Yeah, so that she can still be on her space mission. You could send her away with instructions to sabotage the space mission. I mean, who knows?
Just me sabotaging it sets the entire chain of events off in motion.
I mean, you know, you were supposed to be on that space mission, but you weren't on that space mission because you died. So maybe things happen differently if you're on the space mission that you're supposed to be on.
Charlotte, you're gonna go on that space mission with much knowledge as anyone in the world can possibly have, and you're pretty smart. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'll hang around your timeline for a couple of days and make sure that nothing tries to attack you.
You're at a 10.
I never asked what the scale was out of.
Goodbye, Elwood.
Take Charlotte. As you say goodbye, we then have to like get close to time travel. But hey, I'll drop you off in. I'll drop you off in 2024, and I'll say I'll hang.
After, or a couple of days after the inauguration.
Yeah, a couple of days after, and then I'll stop. I'll check back in a time week from then and just knock on the door and say, knock on the door.
She answers. A week.
Hey.
It's a week later.
Everything's still good. We had a 10.
Yep.
All right, great. I think they would have done something by now. I left you unattended for like 7 days.
Didn't sleep well. I keep going over it in my head. But the thing is, I don't even know if I do something different, if I save the timeline. And I don't think you're gonna know either. Those coordinates are still there. You still have a location.
Yeah.
Just leave that in your back pocket.
Fuck on the space mission.
Yeah. Good luck on yours.
Huh. See you later, Charlotte.
Bye, Elwood.
And you go back to 2012.
He seems
Are you
okay.
saying?
I dropped her off, stopped by a week later. Fine.
So what are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna do?
Now, Ari, as I see it, we're not gonna know if it worked for a little while, right?
No, for then we should keep our heads down low.
Well, there's one way we could find out, and that's to go back to work. But
As long as
since
you're not suggesting that we get back on the damn Titanic. I don't know what it is with you and the Titanic.
hey, you know, they sent me there on holiday. It's the first holiday I've had in a while. A little attachment crew. Fine, we could just go to the bar around the corner. I think it's called like O'Malley's or something.
Now that's much more my pace. But otherwise, I think you're right. Back to work, but you and I have been on the run and wanted for a while. How do we just slink back in?
Well, first, we have a drink.
Cheers to that.
Where did you get that from?
I always at least have one bottle on me. If there's anything you should have learned about programmers by now.
All right. So you have a drink. You take it easy for a couple days, whatever you're gonna do, but then eventually you decide you're going back to work. Is that correct?
Gotta see the state
Or
of the
you're
office.
you're following these coordinates, or you're going back to your office.
I figure if we go back to our pocket dimension, we'll know if we successfully stopped it from being.
Okay. You step into the time vortex and you vanish. And you reappear in a room, a large room, that's all white. And there's a couple of people walking around wearing completely white uniforms, going about their business, doing work. And they don't seem to notice you at first until one walks right up to you, dressed all in white. And he's got a name tag. And it says, "Hi, Programmer Jared." And he says, "Hello, Elwood and Ari. I've been expecting you." And that's where we're going to stop. This week's episode of Step Into the Quantum. My name is Joshua Barbeau. I've been your Time Lord for the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed that crazy ride of an episode. Thank you, Anita at Panita on Twitter for coming back and replaying this character. I had so much fun.
Thanks. Thanks for having me back.
I'm so glad you were able to jump back into the role, and I'm so glad that we saved Charlotte Graves.
Yay!
Because someone's been kicking himself ever since he killed her.
We didn't kill the first lesbian in Mars.
Yeah. We'll be back this time next week, and let's see what do we normally do at this time? Favorite thing in the session? Yes, favorite thing. I'll go last because I don't know yet. Someone else take.
Alex. Hi. How's that for you?
Oh, well, I like that I managed to hack a few things today, not only to get a robot buddy, but then also to double hack with Charlotte on. Yep. And get ourselves a little virus going back to the mother of all motherboards in this world. So that was my favorite part, was getting to really dive into some programmy hacky skills. Otherwise, yeah, I'm Madam Gandalf. And I do Twitch things. And I would love to see you come by for those Twitch things. Because there's a lot of different things that we do.
Awesome.
Definitely head over. Next round, Anita, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. So I'm Panita at Panita on Twitter. And I'm also on Joshua Barbeau's channel playing Dungeons and Dragons. My favorite thing about the session, I don't know. I think trying to trip Josh up with the scale. What number, Josh? What number?
What number? And him saying 214. Sure.
Why not?
That was a clue.
Yeah.
There you
go.
Yeah, that was funny. And you can catch Panita next tomorrow night on my channel.
Yeah.
She has a multicolored character who changes skin color with her mood. She's a living mood ring, and now she has lights to make that actually happen.
Oh my god!
Very excited. Very excited.
Going to be amazing. As for me, everyone, you can check out my social links here. We've got Twitter, Discord, and YouTube. Go and check them all out. Also check out our sponsors, Hero Forge. You might have seen their videos earlier. They've got a Kickstarter running at the minute. They actually, the last I checked, they beat 1.7 million. I wonder if they hit 1.8 already. We are back in week time now, after all, and that scale goes flying up. Not quite. They're not quite at 1.8 million yet, from what I can see. But they're climbing steadily. The last 4 digits are all 4s though, and that used to be so important back in the day. Also check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, where we have been drawing cards. You've seen some of the original Deck of Many there from both Anita and Josh. I just drew the Jester. I wish I'd drawn that the other day. I have my own one there. This one is green, so it's green screening out, but you can see it's a fully animated card. Also check out Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press make expansions for 5e, where you can play all sorts of crazy things. Dark Matter is now available on hardback. If you use my code, you can get a 15% discount. It's a wonderful book. Essentially like a second PHB base play. And really, that's great to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed binging 3 hours of Hero Forge the other day. The Kickstarter is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions. We're going to go on a raid. Come with us. Come and raid. And hey, maybe when we get there, we can start up a hype train, huh? Let's make someone's evening. See you later on. Keep evoking emotions, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.